Alright, so you clicked it. Maybe it was a fake shipping notification, a suspicious login alert, or a DM from a friend who's been hacked. Your heart's racing, and you're wondering if your bank account is draining as we speak. Stop, take a breath. Clicking a link is the start of a process, not necessarily the end of your digital life. But you are in a race against time. Scammers use that click to install malware, hijack your DNS, or begin packet sniffing to see everything you type. Hi everyone, we're OneConnect, a social enterprise based in Glasgow. We aim to empower individuals by increasing technology and digital participation. Part of the profits from our organisation go towards running our free IT classes and befriending events in the community. Today, we're going to go through a 5-step emergency recovery guide. No fluff, just the exact steps to take back control right now. The very first thing you need to do is sever the connection. Scammers need a bridge to talk to your device. If you cut the bridge, you stop the data transfer. If you're on a phone, swipe down and hit airplane mode immediately. Make sure Wi-Fi stays off. On a laptop, turn off the Wi-Fi toggle. On a desktop, literally pull out the Ethernet cable out the back of your machine. This matters because if the link triggered a drive-by download where malware installs in the background, the malware often needs to call home to the command server to start encrypting your files or stealing your data. But if you go offline, you freeze that process in its tracks. So now that you're offline, you need to clean the footprints that the link left behind. Open your browser settings. Clear the cache and cookies. Scammers can use session hijacking to stay logged into your accounts, even if you change your password, simply by stealing your browser cookies. Clear everything from the last hour at the very least, although all time is the safest option. Check your extensions. This is where people get caught. Go to your extensions or add-ons menu. Do you see anything that you didn't install? Is there a new PDF converter or a search tool that you didn't recognise? Remove it straight away. Another tip is that if the site asks you to allow notifications, go to your site settings and revoke that permission. This is how they spam you with those fake virus detected pop-ups later on. Now this part is a bit more technical, but it's very important. Some sophisticated links try and change your DNS settings. Think of DNS as the phone book of the internet. If a scammer changes your DNS to a custom DNS, they can make google.com point to a fake version of Google that they own. You check this on Windows by going to Network and Internet Settings, Properties, IP Assignment. It should usually be set to Automatic DHCP. On Mac, go to System Settings, Network, Advanced and DNS. If you see IP addresses there that you didn't manually put in, delete them. You want to see your ISP's default or a trusted one like Google 8.8.8.8 or Cloudflare 1.1.1.1. My last two videos, actually from the last 2 weeks, have covered this in a little more detail. Check them out by clicking here. If you want more personal help with this kind of thing, head over to the OneConnect website. Over there you can discover more expert tips and in-depth tutorials. Do you need help boosting your digital skills or growing your online business? Get in touch with our team for personalised support. Check our website in the description below. And now it's time to get back online, but if possible use a different, clean device. We need to change your passwords, but the order in which you change them matters. Priority 1 is your primary email. Your email is the master key. If a scammer has your email, they can hit forgot password on every other account that you own. Change this password first and make sure that multi-factor authentication is turned on. Priority 2 are your financial accounts. Check your bank and credit cards for any pending transactions that you don't recognise. And priority 3 is your password manager and social media. Don't use the same password that you use for the scam site. Use a long, unique passphrase. And finally, we need to make sure there isn't a rat or remote access Trojan or a packet sniffer hiding on your system. As I said last week, check for unusual data spikes, open Task Manager on Windows or Activity Monitor on Mac. Look at the Network tab. Is your computer sending out massive amounts of data even when you aren't doing anything? That's a red flag for a data breach. Scan for malware. Use a reputable scanner like Malwarebytes or the built-in Windows Defender and run a full scan, not just a quick one. And identity monitoring. If you entered an SSN or a sensitive ID, call your credit bureau and put a credit freeze on your account. It's free and it prevents anyone from opening a loan in your name. Scammers rely on your heart rate being high. I didn't mean for that to rhyme, but it did. They want you to panic and make mistakes. By following these steps, disconnecting, cleansing your browser, auditing your DNS, resetting your credentials, and monitoring the fallout, you have effectively cut their strings. Do you or anyone you know have experience with this? Let us know in the comments. Check our website in the description below. Learn in-demand skills like social media marketing, coding basics, and more. Our digital products are full of educational and informative ebooks, website templates, design elements, books, and more. Check below for more information. If you found this helpful, send this to that one friend who clicks on everything. You know the one. Stay safe, stay skeptical, and I'll see you in the next one.